95% of people will never escape the paycheck-to-paycheck trap. They work hard, yet stay broke. Why? Because the system is designed to keep them that way. But today, I'll show you exactly how to break free and join the 5% who build real wealth. Most people spend their entire lives trapped in a cycle where they exchange their time for money. They wake up early, rush to work, and spend 8 or more hours at a job they may not even enjoy. At the end of the month, they collect a paycheck that barely covers their expenses. Then the cycle repeats, day after day, year after year, for decades. They believe that working harder will lead to financial success, but in reality, they're stuck in a system that limits their earning potential. The problem with trading time for money is that there are only so many hours in a day. No matter how much effort someone puts in, they can only work so much before they hit a ceiling. If they stop working, the money stops coming in. This is why so many people struggle financially, even if they dedicate their entire lives to their jobs. They work for 40 years, hoping that by the time they retire, they'll have enough saved to enjoy life. But most people don't. Instead, they find themselves barely surviving on retirement savings or government assistance, wishing they had done things differently. The wealthy, on the other hand, don't play this game. They don't trade time for money. Instead, they build systems that allow them to make money even while they sleep. They understand that true financial freedom comes from creating passive income, money that flows in whether they work or not. This is why they invest in businesses, stocks, real estate, and other assets that generate income automatically. A successful entrepreneur, for example, might build an online business that continues to make sales even when they're on vacation. A real estate investor might own rental properties that bring in monthly income, even if they never step foot on the property. A smart investor might put money into dividend-paying stocks that reward them with passive income year after year. The key is that the rich don't rely on a paycheck. They create income streams that don't require constant effort. This is why the wealthy escape the rat race while others remain stuck. Instead of working for money, they make money work for them. They spend time learning about financial independence, investing, and building wealth, rather than just grinding away at a job with no end in sight. They focus on long-term financial growth instead of just earning a paycheck. While most people work to survive, the rich work to create financial systems that give them freedom. And that's the difference between struggling financially and achieving true wealth. If you want to break free from this cycle, you have to stop thinking like an employee and start thinking like an investor and business owner. You need to build assets that pay you, even when you're not working. That's the path to financial freedom. Most people stay broke not because they don't earn enough, but because of how they spend their money. The moment they get their paycheck, it's gone, spent on things that bring instant gratification but have no long-term value. A new phone, the latest fashion trends, expensive dinners, and unnecessary gadgets. These things may bring temporary happiness, but they don't build wealth. The problem is that this cycle repeats every single month. They work hard, get paid, spend it all, and then wait for the next paycheck to do it again. No matter how much money they make, they never seem to get ahead because they spend instead of investing. The wealthy, on the other hand, play the money game differently. Instead of spending every dollar they earn, they invest it. They understand that money should be used to create more money. When they make money, they don't immediately upgrade their car or buy expensive clothes. Instead, they look for ways to grow their wealth, investing in stocks, real estate, businesses, or other income-generating assets. This is how money starts working for them instead of the other way around. A millionaire once said, "The poor buy liabilities, the rich buy assets." But what does that mean? A liability is something that takes money out of your pocket, like a fancy car with high monthly payments, designer clothes that lose value the moment you buy them, or a luxury vacation that gives you memories but no financial return. An asset, on the other hand, is something that puts money in your pocket, investments that grow in value over time and generate income. For example, let's say 2 people each have $1,000. One person spends it on a new phone. The other person invests it in stocks. The first person enjoys their phone for a while, but in a few years, it's outdated and worthless. The second person's investment, however, grows over time thanks to compound interest. In 10 or 20 years, that small investment could be worth tens of thousands of dollars. The difference? One person spent their money, the other multiplied it. This is how wealth is built, not by working harder, but by making smarter choices with money. The rich don't just think about today, they think about the future. They understand that every dollar they invest now is a step closer to financial freedom. Even small amounts, when invested wisely, can grow into something significant over. If you want to escape the cycle of being broke, start thinking like an investor. Instead of asking, "What can I buy?" start asking, "How can I make my money work for me?" Even if you start small, the habit of investing will change your financial future. The earlier you begin, the sooner you'll see results. Wealth isn't about how much you make. It's about how much you keep and grow. Most people struggle financially, not because they don't work hard, but because they don't have a plan for their money. They live day by day, spending whatever they earn without thinking about the future. They don't budget, they don't save, and they have no financial goals. Instead of telling their money where to go, they let their money control them. When payday comes, they spend on things they don't need. New clothes, the latest gadgets, expensive restaurants, without realizing that these small choices are keeping them stuck in the same cycle. By the end of the month, they have nothing left. And when an emergency happens, they're forced to rely on credit cards or loans. This cycle repeats over and over, leaving them stressed, frustrated, and wondering why they can never get ahead. The wealthy, however, think differently. They don't leave their finances to chance. They plan for their financial future. They know exactly how much they earn, where their money goes, and how much they need to invest to reach their goals. They set clear, long-term financial targets, whether it's saving for a house, investing in real estate, or building a retirement fund. They don't just think about today, they plan 5, 10, even 20 years ahead. This is what separates them from those who stay broke. Imagine two people earning the same salary. One spends without thinking and ends up living paycheck to paycheck. The other creates a plan, saving a portion of their income, investing wisely, and setting financial goals. After 10 years, the first person is still struggling, while the second person has built wealth. The difference isn't in how much they earned, it's in how they manage their money. A financial plan doesn't have to be complicated. It starts with a simple budget, knowing exactly how much money comes in and where it goes. The next step is setting clear goals. Do you want to save $10,000? Buy a house, invest in real estate, grow a business? Write it down and make a plan to achieve it. When you have a clear financial roadmap, you know exactly what steps to take. You no longer waste money on unnecessary things because you have a bigger goal in mind. The truth is, if you don't control your money will control you. Without a plan, it's easy to fall into the trap of spending everything you make and never building wealth. But if you take charge of your finances, even in small ways, you can completely change your financial future. The wealthy know this, and that's why they always have a plan. If you want to build wealth, start today. Create a financial roadmap, set goals, and take control of your money. Because having a plan isn't just about making more money. It's about making your money work for you. One of the biggest reasons most people stay broke is fear. Fear of failure, fear of losing money, fear of the unknown. They dream about financial success, but when it's time to take action, fear holds them back. They hesitate, overthink, and find excuses to stay in their comfort zone. They say, "What if I fail? What if I lose money? What if things don't go as planned?" So instead of taking a chance, they do nothing, and years later they're still in the same financial situation, struggling, wishing they had started earlier. But here's the truth. Every millionaire, every successful entrepreneur, every wealthy investor you see today took a risk. They weren't born rich. They didn't have all the answers, but they made a decision to take action despite the fear. Jeff Bezos left his stable Wall Street job to start Amazon from a garage. Elon Musk bet everything he had on Tesla and SpaceX when people thought he was crazy. Warren Buffett started investing at a young age, knowing he could lose money, but believing in the power of long-term growth. They all took risks, and that's why they're successful today. The biggest risk in life isn't losing money, it's doing nothing and staying stuck. Playing it safe might feel comfortable, but it won't lead to financial freedom. People who stay broke are the ones who never invest, never start that business, never take a chance. They wait for the right time, but the truth is there's never a perfect time. The right time is now. Think about it. If you never take a risk, how will your life ever change? If you keep doing what you've always done, you'll keep getting what you've always gotten. Wealthy people understand that success requires stepping out of their comfort zone. They know they might fail, but they also know that failure is just part of the process. Every mistake teaches a lesson. Every setback builds resilience. And every risk taken is a step closer to success. It's not about being reckless with money. It's about making smart, calculated risks. Instead of fearing failure, the wealthy ask, what's the worst that can happen? And what's the best that can happen? More often than not, the potential upside outweighs the downside. They start that business, knowing it could change their life. They invest in stocks, real estate, or crypto, understanding that money has to work to grow. They bet on themselves, knowing that even if they fail, they can try again. Fear kills dreams, but action builds wealth. The difference between those who stay broke and those who become successful is simple. One lets fear control them. The other takes action despite the fear. The only way to escape financial struggle is to take that first step. Start that side. Hustle. Make that investment. Take that risk. Because the biggest risk isn't failing, it's never trying at all. How to escape the broke mindset and join the top 5%. Many people dream of becoming financially free, but only a small percentage ever achieve it. What separates the wealthy from those who stay broke isn't just luck. It's the choices they make every day. If you want to break free from the cycle of living paycheck to paycheck, you need to shift your mindset and follow a proven plan. The good news is that anyone can do it, but it requires discipline, knowledge, and action. Here's how to escape the broke mindset and join the top 5% by following 3 simple but powerful steps. Step 1. Create multiple income streams. 1. The biggest mistakes people make is relying on a single source of income, usually their job. Most people work a 9-to-5 job and expect their paycheck to cover all their needs. The problem is, jobs are not guaranteed, and salaries rarely grow fast enough to match inflation or rising expenses. If you only have one source of income, you're always one step away from financial disaster. Wealthy people think differently. They know that one income stream is never enough. They create multiple streams of income, different ways to make money that flow into their bank account at the same time. Even if one stream dries up, the others keep flowing. This is how they protect themselves from financial instability. There are many ways to create multiple income streams. Side hustles. Start a small business online, like selling digital products, freelancing, or dropshipping. You can start with zero or very little money. Investments. Put your money into stocks, mutual funds, or real estate. Even small investments can grow into large amounts over time thanks to compound interest. Online businesses. Start a YouTube channel, blog, or social media page that generates income from ads, affiliate marketing, or product sales. Rental income. Buy a small property and rent it out. Even one small apartment can create passive income every month. Dividend stocks. Invest in companies that pay you dividends every few months without doing anything. The key is to start small and grow over time. You don't need thousands of dollars to begin. Start with what you have, even if it's just $50 or $100. The sooner you start, the sooner your money starts working for you. Step 2. Invest in yourself. The best investment you'll ever make is not in stocks or real estate. It's in yourself. Most people stay broke because they never upgrade their knowledge or skills. They finish school, get a job, and stop learning. Meanwhile, the world keeps changing. New technologies appear, and high-income skills become more valuable. If you want to become wealthy, you need to constantly learn and grow. Wealthy people dedicate time every day to learning new things. They read books, take online courses, listen to podcasts, and surround themselves with successful people. The more knowledge you have, the more opportunities you create for yourself. Here's how to invest in yourself. Read books. Start with books about wealth, investing, business, and personal development. Some of the best books are Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Think and Grow Rich, and The Richest Man in Babylon. Take online courses. Learn high-income skills like digital marketing, graphic design, coding, copywriting, or video editing. These skills are in demand and can help you start side hustles or freelance jobs. Learn how money works. Study personal finance, investing, and how to build wealth. The more you know about money, the better decisions you'll make. Network with successful people. Surround yourself with people who are already where you want to be. Join online groups, attend seminars, or follow successful entrepreneurs on social media. Knowledge is your most powerful weapon against poverty. The more you learn, the more valuable you become in the marketplace, and the more money you'll attract. Step 3. Take action. Now this is the most important step of all, taking action. Most people never escape the broke mindset because they wait for the perfect moment to start. They tell themselves they'll start investing when they have more money, or they'll launch their business when they have more time. The truth is, there is never a perfect moment. The only perfect time to start is right now. Fear and procrastination kill more dreams than failure ever will. The longer you wait, the harder it becomes. Every day you delay is another day you're stuck in the same financial situation. Successful people don't wait. They take action, even when they don't have all the answers. Here's how to take action. Today, start small. If you want to invest, begin with $50 or $100. If you want to start a side hustle, create a free social media page and promote your services. Set small goals. Instead of saying, "I want to be rich," set small daily or weekly goals. For example, save $50 a week or read one financial book this month. Track your progress. Write down your income, expenses, and savings every week. This helps you stay motivated and see your progress over time. Take risks. Don't be afraid to fail. Every millionaire failed many times before they became successful. Failure is just a lesson that brings you closer to success. Stay consistent. Success takes time. Most people quit too early because they don't see results immediately. Wealth is built one step at a time, not overnight. Why this plan works when you follow these 3 steps: creating multiple income streams, investing in yourself, and taking action. You completely change your financial future. The broke mindset keeps people waiting, spending, and living without a plan. The wealth mindset pushes you to act, learn, and build. The hardest part is starting. But once you take the first step, everything else becomes easier. Imagine where your life could be 1 year from now if you started today. Imagine having extra income flowing into your account every month. Imagine having the knowledge and confidence to make smart financial decisions. Final message. Most people will spend their entire lives working hard and staying broke because they never take these steps. But you don't have to be one of them. You have the power to break free from the broken mindset and build a life of wealth and freedom. Follow these 3 steps. Create multiple income streams, invest in yourself, take action. Now your future self is waiting. And the only thing standing between you and the top 5% is the decision you make today. Don't wait. Start now. Because wealth is not built overnight. It's built by the choices you make every single day. If you're ready to escape the broke mindset, type "I am ready" in the comments and subscribe for more wealth-building videos. The journey to financial freedom starts with 1 step. Take it now. 95% of people will stay broke. but you don't have to be one of them. Take control, build wealth, and change your life today. If you're ready to escape the broke mindset, type I am up in the comments. And subscribe for more millionaire mindset videos. See you at the top.